Hey, it's your boy Superlative Sain, and I'm rocking with my boy DJ Pest. You already know the vibes.
This is the DJ Pest podcast, and let me. You guys been following me for a minute, so you know how I'm an interesting individual, and I'm with other interesting individuals, so we just have a great fucking time. All right, and the thing is, some of these people that you've seen on this platform or that you hear on this platform, it's their first time, but not Sane. I know Sane.
No.
Sane's my guy.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, we're going to do these podcast interviews. We're going to record, but what am I going to talk to Sane about? At this point, we just got to shoot the shit. So how are you since the last time I seen you?
Hey, man, I have been doing great. I've been doing great, still moving around with Scott, still doing the same things, just, now at a slightly bigger level.
Yeah, and that's what I can ask, because wasn't really able to ask that. How did you meet Scott?
So I've known Scott for not as long as Chrissy has known Scott, but I've known Scott since probably like 2013, 2014. He was doing painting poetry, and then like from there he started throwing his own shows, his own showcases, and I've done mad shows with Scott. He was doing the Dean's List stuff, and I didn't get on Dean's List.
What's Dean's List?
Dean's List is a tour basically that they were going through to like different like colleges, and I didn't get on.
Why?
I wasn't good enough. I'm playing. Nah, I'm not playing that like I didn't get on, because I really didn't get on. Like I didn't make it through to the final because it was audition.
Oh, this is a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Huge.
Yeah, it was huge. They had like 500 people try out, and I made it through the first audition, second auditions. I just didn't make it through to the final auditions. And that's okay, because that just gave me put a battery in my back to like get better, so that the next time, like if it ever happens again, I won't not get picked. You know what I'm saying? Because I done put the work in already. And then from there, I kind of stopped talking to him for a couple of years.
It wasn't because of the.
No. I just wanted to separate myself from just
I'm
doing.
Talking from my own good.
I just wanted to separate myself from only doing like more booking shows, because for a while I was only doing more booking shows. And I was like, let me just venture out, do a couple other promoters and whatever. And then the pandemic happened. And his videographer at the time was like, I don't think he was able to do a couple tours with them. So he was like, hey, I know you do your thing. I know you're good at what you do. I've seen what you do. How can we work something out? What can we do? So for about a year and change, I think it was like 20. What are we in now? 2023. I think this July is gonna make 3 years that I've been traveling with him. So I guess 2020, he invited me on. We went touring in Florida, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And I've just been there since. And I've been growing my businesses simultaneously while helping him grow his business as well. So it's like a nice bond that we've grown over the years.
What other businesses do you have other than being an artist?
Other than being a music artist, I do have my media company that I run back home, where it's Monroe Media. We have photographers, videographers, graphic designers, illustrators. Since I've been on tour since like May 30th for this one, and I'm probably not going home until like the top of July. So my assistant back home has just been running things for me. I gave him access to whatever he needed to have access to. I was like, run the page for me. I really don't have the time to focus on this, my brand, try to push my merchandise. It's too much for my brain, and I got ADHD. It'd be messing me up.
I have it too, so that's why I was like,
yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, like,
Damn, I felt that.
Yeah, I felt that on the whole like a level you will never understand.
Yo,
that
it's like that.
Too.
It's a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I've been able to like expand like multiple like different businesses that I have going on because of the help of Scott and having me be on these tours. And now, like, as he has said in a couple shows, like, I have become like a pivotal part of the tours where it's like, hey, we need to have Sain on the tours. A bunch of artists are like, hey, if Sain's not there, I ain't gonna be there. So it's a good feeling, like to have built up my name and my credentials over the last like 3 years.
Yeah, you do add personality to the tour, and the reason why I can say that and agree with it is because you didn't come.
Yeah.
In February.
Yeah, I wasn't here. I wasn't there in
Yeah,
February.
and I'm why we're saying that.
Yeah, yeah. He was telling me, like, yo, Pest was asking where you at. I was just like, yeah, bro, why you ain't bring me?
Yeah. Yeah, it's real hard to probably be committed to this.
Yeah, it is, especially when you have like things going on in your personal life back at home or wherever you're from. I got a job. I have like a legitimate job. I work at a gym. I work front desk, but then I also do like personal training on my own on the side. And then on top of that, I have my family. I have my significant other. I have my friends who I also consider extended family. So it's like making the balance of trying to chase your dreams and knowing that if you just keep going, like you're getting closer and closer and closer. And if you kind of go home, it's like, cool, you're taking a little break or a pause. Um, Trying to balance that is sometimes difficult, because you can get carried away in the lifestyle, in this whole artistry thing that we're doing, and kind of forget that, hey, we're still human. We still have connections we have to make. Still have connections that we have to show love to. We can't just be like, cool, well, we're just going on our journey and doing our own thing. Yeah, we can, but you kind of start to lose the connection of the people that were closest to you, and you don't want to ever lose that. Me personally, I don't ever want to lose that.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to talk about ADHD like that's the topic of
Yeah,
the interview, but what I do want to say is with you having that, everything that you do, you want to be great at.
Yes, absolutely.
So where does that place your artistry? Like, is this like being an art? Are you an artist first, or is something else kind of like taking?
I feel like I use the term artist very loosely, like extremely, extremely loosely, because an artist can be anyone. An artist can be, for example, Chrissy, someone who crochets. She's an artist. An artist can be Trigger. He's a visual artist. An artist can be you. You're an audio artist. Like, you play music, you audio engineer the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Even a podcaster could be considered an artist. So I do so many different artistic things. I just kind of lump myself into that artist category. But when it comes to like categorizing them and labeling which one is, like, I guess, higher on a scale or a level, I would say that my music artistry is definitely what's getting the most view time. But my creative artistry, where it's like my photography and my videography or anything like that, that's what's getting me into doors. That's what's getting me into rooms. That's what's getting me like handshakes with the bigger named people who I need to be in contact with, while the music is getting me seen like by the people who I would want to eventually support me. But the media is like getting me seen by oh, you're doing this, the people that are like kind of up there, and they're like, oh, you're doing all of these things, and you're also a music artist. Okay, let me take a look into what you're doing. So I've noticed that
it's like one helps the other.
Yeah, it's absolutely one helps the other. It's absolutely one helps the other. And being on these tours for like the last 3 years, I've seen the exponential growth, where it's like my main page will be growing, and because of my main page growing and me having the links to my other pages in my bio, my other pages start growing without me even having to post anything. So
yeah, it's like you as an artist is the face of your business.
Exactly.
And the business has floors, but it's like the face is pushing the whole brand.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fuck, so it's like a struggle of my life.
Yeah, bro. It's like being the brand and the face, and you're doing the literal footwork.
Yeah.
It's like, shit. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Goal wise, where do you see yourself if everything goes your way and it's like I'm doing all the right things, everything's getting checked off? Where do you see yourself as an artist 4 years from now?
4 years from now, I could see myself doing the same thing, but on a much grander scale. Like like I've watched the stages that we've performed on progressively get better, and it's like, okay, this is what it means to to literally see the stepping stones towards the thing that you're trying to accomplish. So it's like I could see myself continuously still doing this, doing the tours, but at the point in 4 years, I'm expecting to be paid to be on the tours. Like I'm expecting to have a a not even I don't even want to like downsize and say a decent fan base, like a good fan base where it's like I'm still rocking the same crowds, but the crowds are just getting bigger and bigger. Um, I want my merchandise to be at a point where I don't have to physically do it myself, or I don't have to physically like go to somebody and pick up the merchandise and then go deliver it, go to the post office or go deliver it to somebody's crib. I want to get to a point where the merchandise is doing its own thing. For the music, I want to get to a point where I don't have to depend on the paying the digital marketing because with the music it's like yes there's the footwork that you do, but then unfortunately there is also the digital marketing aspect of it now that if you don't do that, you're not going to reach the people that you really want to reach while still doing the footwork to do the guerrilla marketing. So I want to get to a point where I don't have to depend on digital marketing. I don't did enough footwork, enough guerrilla marketing, enough me actually on the ground going to shows around the country, around the world, so that I could have that organic fan base. And wherever I go, boom, I could drop a song tomorrow, and by the middle of the day, it'll have like 100,000 streams, or 200,000 streams, or 500,000 streams, without too much digital marketing. I want to get to that point. And for the media, in 4 years' time, let's say 5 years for the media. And within 4 to 5 years, I'm hoping to have my own studio back home so that my team can work out of the studio. And I'm hoping to just have like I have a super solid team now, but I'm hoping to expand that team so that a lot of the work that I've had to do over the last like 10, 12 years of me doing what I do, so that I don't have to do all of that anymore.
Does that space get created in New York, or do you need to expand and go somewhere else? Is there space for that in New York?
That is a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no space for it in New York, I know for sure there's definitely space for it in Jersey.
Yeah.
There's definitely space for it in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And Jersey's still close enough to New York to be in that creative space. Because ultimately, I done built up the team that I have now. So it's like, I don't want them to go nowhere because I have that trust in them now. So I have to make sure, hey, is this too far for you? If this is too far for you, let me know. We'll figure something else out because y'all have helped me get to the point where I'm at. So I kind of need to make sure y'all are happy so that I don't got to go through this whole process of like vetting a whole new team of people that I don't know that I have to get to know now. And it's like, that's tedious.
Yeah.
It's very tedious with all the other things that I got to do.
Biggest stage that you want to perform on, not that you already have performed on.
Oh,
It's like this is check.
I would love to do that stage that Burner Boy just did in London. Like he's the first Nigerian. Well, he's the first not Nigerian. He's the first African artist, not even just African American. He's the first African artist to completely sell out that stadium in London. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm like, that is an accomplishment. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. That would be sick. Secondary, definitely Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Because I'm from New York.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's the only reason why. I would say London because I was born in London, and I would say Madison Square Garden because I grew up in New York. Definitely.
3 years in, best state that you performed in.
Ooh, 3 years in, best state that I've performed in.
It's a must attend state every time you hit the. I'm gonna say city, not state, but must attend city every time you hit the tour.
That's hard because I will say, especially with these last ones that we just did, El Paso, dog.
What's up with Texas, yo? Am I
Yo,
Missing out.
you're missing out on El Paso. I don't know about all of Texas. I got fake beef with Texas, but El Paso. I'm not gonna lie. El Paso showed out. They showed they ass. It was like 300 plus people in that venue. The stage was immaculate. The lighting was dope. The sound was, pretty good.
Is that too close to mid or is it perfect?
It's like slightly over mid, but not immaculate, not great. The ambiance and the area was dope, but
I'm gonna have some conversations with y'all later.
Hey.
Like I wanna really talk to y'all because there's some questions I really want to ask as artists that's traveling. I want to ask about like mics. How do you feel about like sound? Like what makes a
I'm big on sound.
like what makes a show a must attend show for you, or what shows you get excited for? It's really a lot of stuff I want to ask you. I just can't right now because we got to get ready to go to the next show. Like welcome to
Sacramento. Yeah. You feel me?
Now I'm gonna ask. No, I'm not. I'm gonna ask you in a second. Where can these people follow you at on social media?
Oh, you could follow me everywhere on social media at Superlative Sain. That's SUPERLATIVE.SAIN. Some socials you don't have to put the dot. Some socials you gotta put the dot. But it's Superlative Sain. Same thing with streaming services. It's Superlative Sain. SUPERLATIVE. SAIN. If you want to email me beats, superlativesain@gmail.com. If you want to go to my merch, at B Superlative. If you want to go to my media, at Monroe Media. Yep, I think that's about it. Oh, I have a song that I just released in May. It's it's a bop. It's one of them ones. It's called On My Ways, featuring my homegirl Deny, produced by my brother J Jules and my homie King Cola. You need to go run that up because it is a bop. I am not lying. Go run that up.
All right, now we still recording.
Yes,
we haven't stopped. And I just, as a friend,
absolutely.
Do we need to push what you got going on right now to get?
Oh yes. So I got into this is why I said I got fake beef with Dallas. I got into a situation in Dallas County. As artists, we cope with our needs our own way. I got booked in Dallas County for possession of marijuana and a vape pen. Unfortunately, they're booking me with 2 felony charges and a misdemeanor. So I need to raise about $10,000 on the low end side of things to even afford my legal fees and an attorney to represent me during my court date in July. So yes, I may seem happy or laughing or whatever, but that's just because I'm trying not to dwell too much on the negative because that only brings and manifests more negativity. So if you have anything that can help, anything, whether it's a share for awareness or whether it's a donation to the GoFundMe that was set up, please just go to the link in my Instagram bio or go to the link in my TikTok bio. It's in the bio at Superlative Sain on streaming and socials.
Yeah, and to be fair, like I said, this is my guy. You know what I'm saying? So you may be watching this video years from now, and if you're watching this video from years from now, he already gonna be on the stage in the city near you, and this is probably old news. But if you're currently watching this in this moment that we're in right now, the link for his GoFundMe will be in the bio. Not the bio, but it'll be in down below in the description. Rather this be on YouTube if you're watching this, or either if you're listening to it on Spotify, etc. Let's get my man together.
Right? Yeah, I'm trying to go back home, y'all. I don't know if I could fully go back to New York with everything going on. They allowed me to still be on the road with a traveler's pass, so to do my job. But flying back to New York, I don't know how that's gonna work. So we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to end on such a such a sensitive thing. Like, go listen to his music, go stream it, man. Click the link in the description.
Positive vibrations.
And yeah, man, this guy's energy is always top tier. You didn't even know that he was going through some shit until he told you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how dope he is as an individual. But yeah, this is my guy Sain. I'm your boy DJ Pest, and this is the DJ Pest podcast.
We out. Hey, it's your boy Superlative Sain, and I'm rocking with my boy DJ Pest. You already know the vibes.